Continue our in-depth coverage of an in-depth story posted right now on WCPO.com. It is called Poor on Purpose. As we mentioned earlier in this newscast, a group of young adults are spending a year living in poverty, all by choice. They are called the Vincentian Volunteers of Cincinnati. The group is working at St. Vincent de Paul and living in solidarity with the neighbors who they serve day in and day out. And joining me now to talk more about it is Mara Carpinello, the director of the VVC program, and Jack Delicio, a current VVC member. I want to thank you both for being here and really enjoyed watching this story. I have to ask, how did this all start here?
It started back in early conversations, really in 2011 at St. Vincent de Paul. We were working with a number of AmeriCorps volunteers who are wonderfully engaged with the direct service and emergency assistance relief that we provide at St. Vincent de Paul. And they brought great energy, new ideas to the table every year, but they weren't being brought in for mission or necessarily formed for mission by us. So a couple of former colleagues and I took a look at that model and said, you know, we think that there could be some more depth and some more commitment to mission if we were to start our own program. So we explored that idea a bit more and landed on this idea of the VVC program, inviting young adults to live together so that they could have a community of support around their year of service. And that was intentionally faith-based for young adults for whom faith, service, and social justice can't be detached from one another.
Sure, and the headline on our story was Poor on Purpose. Jack, what do you hope to accomplish by living in this way, a service-oriented way, but also by stretching personally this way?
Yeah, I think that I hope to learn my place in all of these bigger issues that we're facing as a society. I knew I was interested in doing something service-based, faith-based, and social justice-oriented, but didn't know what my place was in all of that, and it can seem daunting when you're entering the workforce where you want to plug in and find a meaningful career. So I'm hoping to take away from this program an appreciation for where people in poverty are coming from, and to see that dignity in people in that situation, and learn from people what that's like, and then work to change that in whatever direction I take that after this program.
Okay, you talk about learning. I'm going to put you on the spot. What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned thus far?
I would say that one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that these issues that we talk about on a systemic level, whatever it may be, I think before this year seemed to be just issues or topics that were conversational or things that were challenging to talk about. But now I realize that these are real things happening to real people with real consequences. Yeah.
Wow. Life skills, life lessons. Is that the overall goal when you guys conceptualized this and decided to build this in Cincinnati? Is that what you had in mind?
That was certainly a piece of it. I think a very pragmatic piece is to give young adults professional nonprofit experience, which St. Vincent de Paul offers. I think, to Jack's point, really allowing people the opportunity to see the importance of encounter, of building relationship with people who come from a different place in life, a different walk in life. And then really at the end of the year to be transformed so that these young adults leave seeing the world a little bit differently, knowing that they need to respond differently in the world after this year of service, and then finally hoping that they retain some sort of commitment to the Society of St. Vincent de Paul wherever they land in the world.
So what I take away from it, leadership and empathy.
Yeah.
Thank you both for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
You bet. Again, you can read more about this story right now on WCPO.com.